Nicholas Drummond, a British military consultant and commentator, tallied up all the world's tanks, some 73,000 in all. Of these 24,000 belong to potential adversaries and 20,000 are in storage and at least 10,000 have been modernized over the last decade, Drummond tweeted. The numbers tell a story. Russia with its 12,950 tanks unsurprisingly has the biggest armor holdings. The United States is the number 2 tank power with 6,333 vehicles. China's 5,800 tanks make it the number 3 armor power. But lower on the rankings, the numbers aren't a definitive measure of ground combat power. Sure, Germany has only 236 tanks in its inventory. But that doesn't mean the German army is inferior to the Lebanese army with its 334 tanks. After all, Germany's Leopard IIs are some of the most advanced fighting vehicles in the world. Lebanon's M60, M48 and T55 tanks are obsolete. Now consider the case of 2 rival states. Argentina with 231 tanks on paper possesses a bigger armor force than does the United Kingdom with its own 227 tanks. But in any conceivable conflict between the two countries, British armor most likely would dominate its Argentine opponent. Which is not to say the British Army's Challenger 2s are the most advanced tanks in the world. While peer states such as the United States invested in major upgrades for their tanks during the 2000s, the United Kingdom over the same span of time neglected to upgrade its 1990s vintage tanks. And new urban camouflage scheme that the Brits applied to a few Challenger 2s in 2017 belies the vehicle's unupgraded guns and engines. The UK Ministry of Defence in 2021 plans to award a contract for the Challenger 2's first major update in years. But for all their flaws, the Challenger 2s are effective tanks. And perhaps more importantly, the British Armed Forces still practice deploying the tanks over long distance aboard the British fleet's amphibious and transport ships. Once deployed, tankers train for high-intensity warfare alongside infantry, artillery and air power. Most recently in October 2018, 500 British troops with 180 armoured vehicles including 8 Challenger 2s deployed to Oman for a combined arms war game. Earlier, in 2014, a regiment of 48 Challenger 2s deployed to Poland for one of the biggest British war games in recent memory.